Thank you for listening to the Untoxicated Podcast. This is the latest essay from our Sober and Unashamed website and blog. The title of this essay is The Cruelty of Addiction. When the gifts are purchased and wrapped, the dinner is planned, the tree is trimmed, and the cookies are baked, I might grind the gears a little as I downshift out of my hustle culture existence, but I can get slowed down into holiday mode. Now, in the week between, I've got to check my own pulse to make sure I'm alive. As a drinker and in early sobriety, I sought an elusive perfection in the holiday season and always started the new year disappointed. Now, I seek peace and contentment, friendship and family. I've surrounded myself with people I love this past week. I want to carry this warm feeling with me as I shift back up through the gears into business as usual. Business as usual, but with a lingering feeling of love and a foundational knowledge that I am blessed and everything will be okay. But even as I lounge in my living room and stare at a slowly browning tree, I'm worried. I'm worried that nothing will linger and there will be no sustainable sense of assurance. It's hard to hang on to peacefulness in a country dominated by cruelty. I promised a reader, a financial supporter of our nonprofit organization, that I wouldn't take shots at President Trump that are not directly related to our mission and our areas of expertise. I also understand the Michael Jordan doctrine. Republicans buy sneakers too. The thing that makes this presidency different than any other in my lifetime is the overt cruelty that is even more glaring during the holidays. It is resulting in strained family relationships, a lack of confidence in the future of our democracy, and an underlying ambivalence of hopelessness among the American people that is exacerbating the epidemic of addiction. In alcoholism recovery, we talk a lot about the fuck it moments when, as drinkers, we drop our resistance and white knuckling and drink with reckless abandon. Our country, regardless of political orientation or political idolatry for that matter, is experiencing a collective fuck it moment. Just try having a happy new year. I have heard the counter arguments when Trump's penchant for dishonesty is highlighted. All presidents lie, his MAGA defenders say. And they are right. Reagan lied about the Iran-Contras. Bush the first did, in fact, raise taxes despite demanding that we read his lips' commitment to the contrary. Clinton lied about Lewinsky. Bush II was, at best, ignorant about the lack of WMDs. Obama promised to close Gitmo immediately upon inauguration, but some president-level information changed his mind. Biden promised not to pardon the son he pardoned. They lie. They all lie. Sheer volume aside, Trump is not worse than the rest with his detachment from fidelity to the truth. But none of them were cruel. Trump is cruel. As an active alcoholic, I was cruel. I said despicable things to my wife, things I would never dream of saying or even thinking in long-term sobriety. Trump is an addict. His poison is not a substance, it is power. More specifically, he is addicted to receiving external validation in the form of compliments and admiration, even when the adoration is obviously observed by rational witnesses to be manipulation intended to soothe his non-existent self-esteem. Let's refer to it as a power addiction to keep it simple. He has a toxic addiction to power, and his cruel behavior is evidence. Until his murder a couple of weeks ago, I had no idea the degree to which Rob Reiner had touched my life. I did not share his political views. I am a fiscal conservative with enough understanding of history to know that when empires carry debt that exceeds their productivity, empires fall. Just ask the Romans or the Greeks. Not the current Greeks. the ancient Greeks, who are extinct because of their debt. But I digress. I am just sick of being called a progressive every time I call out Trump's power addiction. I am a fiscal conservative who was cruel when I was an addict. Cruelty is a clear indication of addiction. So while I didn't share Reiner's politics, I am forever grateful for his exquisite abilities as a storyteller. Until his death, I did not know he directed arguably all of the most important movies in his genres. Of course, I knew he directed This Is Spinal Tap because he was a supporting actor in This Is Spinal Tap. I did not realize he directed the coming-of-age movie for my generation, Stand By Me, or the pinnacle of all rom-coms, When Harry Met Sally. I am a sucker for movies with great speeches, and I was shocked to learn he directed my favorite political drama, American President. And of course, his fantastical classic Princess Bride is a favorite in my family. Until the attributes that followed his death, I did not realize the extent to which Rob Reiner was woven into our cultural fabric. I never thought of Meathead as important. Now I know he was a legend that impacted my life. I'm not in the habit of worshiping Hollywood stars, but I am mourning a little bit. Our country should be unified in a little mourning, or at least compassion for his family. And that's why it was heartbreaking to hear Trump attack Reiner for his political activism even before his slain body was cold. The cruelty coming from the one person who occupies the office that we have always looked to for delivering a unifying message in times of national grief makes me sad. Really sad. If your knee-jerk reaction to that last paragraph is to ask me why I didn't write about my sadness when Charlie Kirk died, please unsubscribe from our email list. If that's what my sadness conjures in you, I've lost all hope that we will return to the glory of a country of the boldly curious. You are not listening. I can't reach you. My sadness isn't about Rob Reiner. My sadness is because cruelty is an undiscriminating weapon. Like all of us, I'm the victim of the collateral damage of a man's addiction. We are all victims of the consequences of an addiction suffered by the most powerful man in the world. We all are. The enablers, they just can't see it yet. As it should, as it always does, addiction and enabling makes me sad. And it is particularly hard to make the love of the holidays linger when faced with the cruelty of addiction. Thank you for listening to the latest essay from our Sober and Unashamed website and blog, where you can find lots of essays about addiction and relationships and the impact of alcoholism on partnerships. We hope you'll check it out. Thank you for listening to the Untoxicated Podcast. You've got this, and we've got you.